Okay, this is the last video just looking at the success of recent budgetary policy as well as some other difficult questions. So explain whether recent budgets have helped promote economic growth and reduce unemployment. So have the budgets in recent times effectively achieved these two goals? It could be argued that the government has had some success in achieving each of these goals in recent budgets. So given the slight reduction in the deficit in recent times, we would suggest that the budget as a demand policy has actually worked to slightly reduce economic growth and decrease the demand for resources because it's a mildly contractionary budget. So because of the government's commitment to fiscal consolidation or repairing the budget, it has made it hard for the government to use expansionary policies to try and pick up growth. However, having said that, they have implemented some policies, including the accelerated depreciation allowances, lowering the company tax rates, the Youth Jobs Path program, as well as a lot of infrastructure policies that have had some effect on these goals. So the key to your answer is that you have had to say that their success has been limited because of their focus on fiscal consolidation, but they haven't ignored these goals and then provide examples of policies that have helped achieve these goals. Having said that, you wouldn't say they've been completely successful because growth is only at 1.7%, and unemployment, even though it's fallen, is still at above 5%, so it's still above the goal of 4 to 5%. So arguably, we haven't had complete success in achieving both of these goals. Overall, these trends indicate a weaker economy that's working below its productive capacity, and that we still need to find some further stimulus to try and get us back to achieving the goals of strong and sustainable growth and full employment. Because of the financial constraints of the budget, a lot of this idea of boosting economic growth will continue to fall on monetary policy and lower interest rates going forward. Outline whether the delivery of a budget deficit can help to reduce demand inflationary pressures, so a smaller budget deficit. Mildly contractionary budgets in recent times, so the reduction in the deficit, can help to promote price stability. The deficit implies there's a smaller gap between injections and leakages. That can help to reduce aggregate demand in the economy, which should help to reduce production, reduce demand, which can lead to some reduction in prices as firms experience surpluses. So smaller deficits can lead to higher levels of unemployment, which should help to reduce wage pressures and reduce cost-push inflation. Demand inflationary pressures are of little concern at the moment because of the spare capacity and the government's constant commitment to fiscal consolidation, likely to see that inflation does not become a concern going forward as we continue to work with a lot of spare capacity in our economy. Distinguish the implementation lag from the impact lag and provide an example of how they might both limit the effectiveness of budgetary policy. So in this answer, you need to be able to define the difference between the impact lag and the implementation lag and explain how they both often work to limit how effective budgetary policy can be. The implementation lag refers to how long it takes a policy to pass through both houses of Parliament, the House of Reps and the Senate, while the impact lag refers to the length of time from when the policy is implemented until it has its desired effect on economic growth. So one's from idea to actually implementing the policy, the other one's from implementing the policy till it has its desired impact on economic growth. The implementation lag, for example, for certain infrastructure projects, like the East-West Link, for example, can be really, really long as they try and get through Parliament. So that can mean that it takes a long time to have its desired impact on trying to reduce capacity constraints and boost growth. That can make it less effective in trying to get us out of a trough. The impact lag can also mean that it takes some time for the infrastructure projects to have their effect. So even once they're implemented, it takes a long time to build. So for them to have their long-term benefits for supply can take a long time going forward as well, which can make them limit its effect as well. On the flip side, contractionary policies that are trying to get us back to fiscal consolidation, for example, can also have long implementation lags because they find it hard to get through the Senate, particularly because they're particularly unpopular. So both the implementation lags and the impact lags can make it harder for the government to achieve their desired goals, whether that's promoting strong and sustainable growth or trying to get the budget back to surplus. Thank you.